I'm gonna start out by measuring this up and seeing how much we've got going on here. Melting all this gold here into a Donald Trump head. I poured a couple silver ones before, so what we're gonna do is I have this aluminum here, and I'm gonna weigh it. Well, first I weigh the gold. Ounces, grams. This is gold off of a Steven Singer rose. We had one break on us and we called them and they actually gave us another free rose. So we was like, all right, 2.1 grams. Check this out. You know, got most of it. There's this other layer of, looks like gold on there. I don't really know if it's a coating they were using, but it doesn't seem to be the same texture as the other outside, you know. But it is, and I do have a little bit, you know, saved of that. So we got 2 grams of gold, 2.1. So let's grab a couple pop tabs here. I was gonna put some music on. 2 grams right there. There you go. Pat Mears. 3, 6, 8. All right, so let's do our first pour. We got everything right. Let's see if I got everything ready. 2 ounces of aluminum. Let's drop it in. Let's get our gloves on. I don't think 2 ounces. I don't think 2 ounces is gonna be enough to fill my cask. Or 2 grams. Put a little bit of that in there. I'd like to put it inside this cast of this trunk. Get my thing here. set up. Kind of snuck up on me. Time kind of snuck up on me. Okay, let's put our gold over here. Set up our plate. I want to do the plate right here. So we can see right here. Set that up. This right here. Kind of bright right there in the sun. Hmm. I think it's about as good as it's gonna get. Got my little Trump emblem here. Got a little water bucket here. Got my okay. All right, got that. Make it full screen. Oh, let's see. Make it full screen. Hey man, there we go. Make it full screen. Hey, first time I ever been with somebody on here before, dude. Let's see. I don't know how to do it. Take this off. Click this. Oh, look at that ugly mug. Here we go. Hey, look at that. Is that what you can see? All right, if that's what you can see, then that's good. Can you see that one right there? Can you see that one right there? All right, so let me get my pour straight here. A little higher. Go old school with it. Going with the low flow here. All right, it looks like it's gonna work. All right, 2 ounces, 2 gramer, 2 gramer. Test pour number one. No, it's not. There's not enough. Mm, there's not enough in the gold. I think it's just one. Unless it just pours right in there. But there's not enough aluminum to pour in there. So let's do 4 grams. Melt that down and they'll pour. Like one of the Facebook videos you see all the time, like, oh, if you just keep watching for 10 more seconds, I'll do whatever it is I'm supposed to be doing, you know? Boy, there's only a little bit. That's going to pour out. Nothing even made it. Fail. Number one, fail, fail. Try again. Wait. Let's tap it against there and see if anything comes out. But, man, I'm not really a professional with this kind of stuff, I'm sure you can tell by the way we got this stuff laid out. But kids went back to school. Old girls are word. Tap a couple of those and hope the house don't catch on fire. All right, so if I want, I barely got. So your boy's thinking now. We put in about 4 grams of aluminum, and we got about this much right here back of aluminum. So if we take the good aluminum and weigh it and see how much that is, here it is. Here's how much aluminum we got. It's pretty good. And then here's a bunch of the dirty stuff I could have cleaned out. And probably got a little more aluminum off of it. But I was in the zone, baby. We was live. We was not on TV. We was not on YouTube. So let's weigh this out. And oh yeah, I was gonna get y'all some music here. What y'all want to hear? Soft jazz, rock and roll. Are you doing the aluminum first? Yeah. All right. So we're weighing it out. It is 1 gram. So we started. We needed 2. We put in 4. So let's put in 8 grams for the bottle cap. Because if I have to, I'll pour. I'll get some gold flakes or something. Can you hear me pretty good? I'll get some gold flakes. Nah, it said I watched on the internet. It said you probably shouldn't try to melt gold flakes because they just fucking disappear, I guess. But I don't think they was melting. Well, they was melting the whole damn bag. All right, there's 8 grams. Let's dump them in there. Now, if I clean this one out, if I clean these out right here and get some of the junk out of it, maybe then there'll be 2 ounces of silver in the bottom, and I'll see what that looks like. Because I don't just want to pour this in there and then all the fucking gold just disappear. Sorry for cussing there, YouTube. All right, so let's get our gloves on here. Get our scales out of the way. We got 8 grams, 8 grams in there. All right, so if it's backwards, then I want to move it that way. Move it this way. There we go. And then close. All right, get my little gloves on and my stir stick. Hit it with some powder. I guess this stuff right here will help cleanse out some of the bad stuff. All right, rock this around a little bit. I see some aluminum in there. Oh yeah. Don't catch anything on fire. Oh, there's some good aluminum in there. This will be a good pour. All right, this will be a good pour. Everybody ready? Because this one's it. This will be nice. I hope it works out like this. Okay. Here you go, Trump head. You might have your gold head here in a second. Splatter right on. Splatter, baby. Where you at? Oh, splatter. Is it not getting hot enough in there? Get these off my plastic. It's not hot enough or something. Well, Alex, what the dude? There's Trump's chin. Look, that'd have been a good pour if it was just his head. All I got was his chin and his neck. But look, how much is this one? 4.4. So that was almost half of what I put in there. And I still see something down in there. I just think I need to let this thing get all the way red as fucking hot as it'll get. No black on it. Because you used to just pour out like this. Boom, it hit. Now there's all kinds of stuff in the bottom. Don't blow in it. That's for damn sure. All right, let's try another 8 ounce sash. Let's just try a fucking 10 ounce sash. Get all this junk out of it. And to do that, I need to move this right here. Look, that's a nice little nickel. Little nickel. Move this over here. Possibly put my safety glasses on. Hmm. We just having fun. We just having fun. I don't want to waste all that gold, but we just having fun. Man, I like to get this thing straightened out so everybody can see. Cause we riding on the highway. And you just want to do it for the two. All right, let's get some music going. Zoom and enhance. Zoom and de-hance. Oh, it wants to take it down from here. Yeah, boys. Close this lid. Move this back over here. Are we going to do it? Are we going to melt the gold? You want to try one more time with the aluminum and try to get it right. Try to get it right. This time I'm going with 12. 12. Hey, what's up for 12? We can make a silver and gold. Get all the junk out of there. There's 8. And then pour the gold in there with the aluminum. Are we crazy enough to do that? Make sure you're in a well vent. Do I have to give warnings to people like on this video? I'm not. All right, there's 8. Look, all these are Red Bull. 4 more. See, you know you got it bad when you start pulling off pop tabs like this one. Look at that. That's got the tab, some of the top, and the little thing where you open. That's when you know it's getting bad, boys. Shit's probably not even real aluminum. Look at that. Does aluminum turn into black smoke? No. Anybody can tell you that. Aluminum burns. Does it like put out black smoke? No. Oh, what's that? Fact check. Oh, aluminum does turn black sometimes. Okay. All right. So, got my gloves on. I got my little stir stick. We're going to get the dirt out of there. And by doing that, I always push it to the side and lift it up. And then it kind of like separates the aluminum and lets it fall down there to the bottom. Then I just push all the stuff on the top back over here to this side. I'd like to have me a little spoon or something that sat down in there. That'd be fucking sweet. And then I just kind of spoon it with this stick here. Move this over here so I don't spill it. Let it kind of cool down a little bit. And drop it off at the house. Try not to get any aluminum in there. And then put it back on the other side and stir it to the top again. And don't breathe when you're standing over this stuff. You know what I mean? Don't be breathing in. Just take a breath and go over. You know, you don't want to stand over this too long anyway. Get you a little bit more dirt out of there. Don't tap it real hard because it'll fucking shoot up everywhere. Alright, and then I put it back over here toward where I want for it. Okay, that's hot. Set her down. Set her down right there. This pour is going to be magnificent. I don't want to put gold in there, that's for sure. Right? Look at you, you big, beautiful ball. Big, beautiful ball of aluminum. Just get all that shit out there and pour that gold in there. If I had a spoon, I would. If I had a spoon, I'd get all that shit out there and fucking pour that gold right down in there. With that aluminum. And I can throw that football over that mountain. Bet I could. Alright, here goes. Right on Trump's head. Give me your coin, you silly little bitch. Come on. Pour it right on Trump's head. Oh, you missed it with all kinds of junk in there. Junk in there. I am not digging the junk in there. That's fucking shit. Sorry for cussing, boys. Man, you know what? Is there too much junk in there? Alright, this time let's do. I want a nice pour. This is the last one. There's 4, at least. 9, at least. 10. Alright. 10. It's probably because I got Coca-Cola tags in here. Junk. Alright, there's 14 grams. About a half an ounce. And then I might go ahead and turn this off and let it settle down for a minute and get out my new one. My new, I'll go ahead and retire this crucible. Unless it shows me it wants to stop being real fucking. I'll just get it. I'll get the new crucible out. Got me over here sweating like a slave. Man, next thing you know, I was out there in Depot pigeon coops, acting like a slave. I ain't been the same since. Oh, on a mama? Yeah. Darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. Man, it's the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Yeah, well, yeah. She's darker than a motherfucker. Too. Mm-hmm. All right, 36-minute live video in the house. Good, and we finally gonna get it right. 10 pours later, and we finally gonna get it right. I ain't putting none of that fucking white shit in there this time. How about that? Let's try that. Looks like a bunch of garbage to me. Looks like there's aluminum in there, but I don't want any of this black shit in there this time. None of it. So I'll just get some of that aluminum this time to catch it. You know what I mean? There you go. Get some of the shit out of there like that. That's the shit that I left in there last time. See, when you get a lot of it, then that's good. I wasn't getting enough of it last time. But I didn't think. Yeah, I didn't think there was that much in there. Look at that. Hmm. All right. Let's get last one. Left on pour. That's cool. We didn't pour. That's good. Because now all that stuff's like right there. I don't think they're giving us very much aluminum in our tabs anymore, boys. What if this is just like straight aluminum? What we want. Pour in there because we gotta go. Last try, boys. Here goes. So, Pat. Oh my. What's the hold up? Sucks. Everything sucks. My life sucks. Your life sucks. Everybody sucks. That's how some people might feel right now. Because they just sit here and watch this whole video. But I tell you, you didn't really waste your time. I didn't really waste my time either. Only thing I would have been doing was doing the same thing I was doing if I wouldn't have been doing this anyway. All right, you ready to see some gold? You want to see what it looks like when we do gold? I promised you gold. Here comes gold. All right, we're at 946 degrees Fahrenheit, Celsius. So I promised you gold, you get gold. Is gold supposed to burn black? What color smoke? See, when they hook you up to these brain chips, they're gonna be like, all you have to do is think your question, and you'll already know the answer because it's right there on the fucking Google. Oh, what do I do about this? Oh, go fucking jump off a bridge. Okay. Hey, what's the best way to get out of this? Go do this and go move here. Okay. I'm telling you, if you made it this far to the video, you are so lucky because you get to hear those. You know what's going to happen with the brain chip? It's going to be so good at first. Everybody's going to be so happy because all the medical marvels and all the biblical stuff happening. And everybody's going to be jumping on board these med beds and saying how much it was Trump that did all this stuff and God wanted us to have the med beds. Then they're gonna hook you right up to a chip, boys. All right, you don't have to eat. You tired of being hungry and tired and all this? Real gold, boys. I'm gonna turn this thing all the way up. Turn it all the way up. If there is gold, I don't see very much in there. I'll have to change the title to Steven Singer's Gold is Fake. He needs to say gold plated. Hey, these things are gold plated, not gold dipped, because uh, turn it all the way up. Let's see. See, here's a one for it. Got some pretty good silver in it. So I could take all these ones that got, mostly silver and melt those down again. Put that black shit out of it and just melt down the good stuff and try to pick out the. I got all kinds of stuff like that. It's pretty hot. That's pretty hot. Well, there was some little tiny pieces of aluminum. Whatever. Whatever. Hey, that looks like it's melting. That looks like it's melting, boys. Anybody watch the Salty Cracker? That's my dad. He be on here getting hype. I like when he dances. The fucking best shit ever. Alright, stir this up. That's definitely not gold, boys. 100% definitely not gold. Yep, there's your gold plated fucking junk. Junk. Well, we found something out today, boys and girls. I got one little piece of aluminum. That was my first one. While I was ahead. And Steven Singer Gold, it should say gold plated roses. Because that's a big bust on them. If they want to think this is gold, nope, that was gold plated. I mean, everybody just seen it fucking live, dude. That's wrong, man. I'm calling Steven Singer and telling him right now. See what happens. Let's call him up live. Turn this off. It's Saturday. Son of a. Look, there's a hook right here. Look at that. That was at 1,000 degrees Celsius. What degrees Celsius is gold milk? That's not gold. All right, we'll try it again. 1,064. Mine goes up to 1150. It said it wants us to try again. Steven Singer said it wants us to try again. So, 1,064. And so we'll get it up. We'll get it up to 1,100. 1,110. That gives us a little break to find some music or something to listen to. We could listen to Harry Mack. Will I get a strike if I do that? Harry Mack got one of the sickest shit I ever heard the other day. He's like, you just got crowned by the king. He's like, I forgot my third word. Can you remind me? Baseball bat. I'm gonna be in the time. Coming as like a baseball bat. I mean, just fucking rip these things off. I'm telling you, man. Coming in with a baseball bat. All right, we'll do one Harry Mack, and then hopefully it'll get up to temperature here. Harry Mack, you've been crowned by a king. Look, we live. We live, boys. We on top of Twitter. Word. YouTube. Dun, 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 dun. Appalachia. 7 million. Yeah. Now here's my dude right here. Fuck yeah.
Fennel really good for digestion, and yarrow's good for wounds, and echinacea everybody knows about. This was a very fun project. The biggest machine that's ever been on this land would be a chainsaw.
Where do you think, as a society, where things are heading?
I was very naive when I started. It's wanting a better life, but it's also being worried that the life you have back in the city not going to work forever.
Joe, how long have you been out here for?
50 years.
So 50 years ago, you purchased this land?
I purchased this land, 2.8 acres. It cost me $800. Last good deal. Nobody was moving into Yancey County at that point. It was the second poorest county in the state. There was land for sale everywhere, or you could just have, empty houses. Hey, you mind if I live in there? Sure, you can just mow the lawn once in a while, that kind of situation. Not anymore. Now Yancey County has very much been discovered. All kinds of people flocking.
Because we're what, an hour north of Asheville, is that why?
Yeah, it's within range of Asheville, and anything within range of Asheville is booming. Little towns that were almost abandoned, like Marshall over here. The main street was all boarded up. Now the main street is buzzing.
So how did the locals take you when you first moved out here?
By and large, they're very tolerant. It's kind of a mountain thing to be pretty tolerant of your neighbors. And I was during the Vietnam War, and there were some people who looked askance at long-haired people, as there are today, I suppose. But by and large, people are pretty tolerant. It's like live and let live kind of attitude.
Right.
For many, many years, I'd say my annual income was well under $10,000. I've always been below poverty line. I don't worry about taxes at all.
You grow all your own food, or a lot of it?
No, a lot of it. We've got land for it. We just don't have the people.
So you're looking for people to come out here?
Absolutely, yeah.
Just to help, like, stay here for a little bit of time, or be here permanently?
Both. Eventually, somebody's going to have to take this place over. I'm 80 years old and my health is not great. So I'm thinking like about an 8-person eco-village, small community situation. This is a project to call a paradise garden, which is various definitions for, but one of them is a botanical garden of useful plants grown ecologically and arranged ornamentally, meaning a beautiful garden where all the plants are pretty much growing by themselves, and I can become sort of a hunter-gatherer in my own garden. I just need to remember where they are and when to get them and so on. When I started, I'd been reading a lot of anthropology. At that time, in the 60s, there was all this information coming out about hunter-gatherers, and a lot of interest in just how we got ourselves into the situation we're in vis-a-vis the planet, where we find ourselves like being the most destructive organism ever. And a lot of the thinking was along the lines of it all went wrong with the beginning of agriculture. A lot of people think that's when all of a sudden we went from living as part of Gaia to wanting to manipulate. So the thinking is, well, of course we couldn't live like that anymore because there's too many people.
Right, right.
So my response to that is to up the carrying capacity of my land. I want my land to be able to support more people. So how do I do that? I pack it with more and more useful species. How do I do that? Well, A is figure out where they are, and like the obvious place is East Asia, so there's a very similar bioclimate and so on. So if you want more plants, more diversity of plants, then you want more diversity of habitats. For instance, there's no standing water on my land. The water comes down from above in the national forest, and then it sinks into the ground.
And these are some of the, well, the biggest peak in the Appalachian Range is Mount Mitchell, right up there, right?
Right up there.
So right beyond these trees.
Yeah, we're at the foot of the Black Mountains, and I'm the last place on the road adjoining the national forest.
Do you think you'd be happier as a boy?
Bro, it's what he said.
My mom would never allow it.
That's abuse.
Oh, you can hear me cry. See my dreams all die from where you're standing on your own.
Anybody who's gone through this, it's the same thing.
Sweetie, please.
No.
This little dude's pretty cool. 1032. 34.
I grew up in Detroit. My family moved, is what got me to North Carolina. My dad was a professor, and he went to the Library of Congress for a while and decided he'd rather teach, so he came down to North Carolina. And so I came along with the family, because free tuition.
Yeah.
And then after that, I went off in the Peace Corps and lived with tribal people in Borneo for about 3 years and suffered significant culture shock when I came back home.
Right.
The culture shock was not going over there. The culture shock was coming back and seeing this glut of coming out of Detroit where, you don't really do anything except have a job, make money, and fulfill all your needs with your money. Here's people that build their own houses, grow their own food. They're pretty much self-reliant. All the communication is by river, little canoes along the river. They're really not going anywhere much. So they were all healthier and happier than people in America. School is not very far from here, called Penland School of Crafts. So I came down with them, and like most hippie communes, it lasted a couple of years and then kind of imploded to take it over and run it. This is my kind of signature herb, which I think I introduced to America, actually. But I promote it as the best plant to grow for your health. Gynostema pentaphyllum, Chinese name Jiaogulan. It's a vine. It's actually in the squash family, but it has identical compounds to ginseng. And ginseng is very much under threat of overharvesting. Wild ginseng out of the woods is worth $1,000 a pound some years.
Wow.
This stuff is practically a weed, but it has identical compounds to ginseng. So
What does it do for your health?
they're adaptogen because they don't have much ginseng. They have something called Siberian ginseng, which is one of which is right over here somewhere.
So do you use all of these plants in your daily life?
That one I drink every day. So one of the ways that was discovered, it was a folk herb. It was not one of the traditional Chinese herbs that's been used for thousands of years. Chinese government started keeping good enough statistics to realize that certain parts of China had an extraordinarily large number of centenarians, people living to be 100 years old. Like, there's way more of them in this part of China. So they went down to investigate, and they're all drinking this stuff and calling it immortality tea. So that's kind of when it came to more global notice. It's huge when that's coming.
They're going to give you some
The
drug.
AMA is not very fond of herbs.
Okay.
For various reasons, including historical, because in the last century there was a huge rivalry between the herbal people, who are called eclectics, and they had their own medical schools and their own journals, and they were very active. They're the ones that brought all the American Indian herbs into Western practice. But there was a huge rivalry between them and the AMA, the medical establishment people.
Do you agree with that theory?
Yeah, that happened for sure.
Okay.
I mean, whether